Hey, today we are here going to talk about our current presidents, those presidents who are contesting for this year 2021, that where we are going to get only one person who's going to push us until in front there for some good 5 years. So I have some questions for this colleague of mine, Mr. Sangalo.
Yes, please.
What do you know about these campaigns?
Uh, According to me, these campaigns are going to happen, but some people are not even hopeful before the election day to come.
Who are those ones that are not hopeful?
As I talk right now, most of the Uganda citizens don't know some of the presidential candidates who have contested for this race.
And do you think the way we have been campaigning has been going through what until you see we are coming to an end? What do you talk about our campaigns that have been going? Have they moved on well, or what do you talk about it?
According to me, this campaign has been different from the remaining days, remaining years. These campaigns are full of tear gas. Even athletics are also inclusive. What I can say is that maybe it is a ruling party which is challenging the people who are coming in with good ideas of building a nation.
Yes, do you support what police is doing?
Uh,
Is it keeping law or it is breaking laws?
Police, they pretend to be keeping the law, but actually they are not keeping the law because they are following commands favoring the different parties. That is to say NRM. Evidenced by right now as I speak, most of new people are in jail. Those the likes of Nyumbanli and others are not going to vote, and those voters are now, where are they going to be seen? Nowhere, and they are for new people. Now, where do you think? You think if the president of Uganda, let us say that in case Changwani was to go through and then the votes miss like 10 of them, and when you calculate people who are in the prison with Changwani's votes, there are even 20. Are you not seeing that Museveni is prohibiting some of people to vote?
Right. Now, we have our candidates, and I wanted to ask you some of these candidates. What do you know them like? We have our candidate, that is Honorable Katumba John. That one is Katumba Oye, as everyone knows him.
Katumba Oye. To me, Katumba Oye, maybe Oye just to make according to me,
Actually, do you think he has come as a president or just coming to make comedies to make people happy? Depending on the way he's acting, running with the policemen in corners,
by the way, you can't tell how someone is thinking. But according to me, Katumba is very clear and is very, very aware that he's not going to through, but is just making popularity. He want to be known by many people. So in the future, he will come to contest. He will come as a known person. He will no longer be a stranger like he is.
Do you support his coming up as a president, or you said he's still a young candidate, as most people are talking about him?
I support him because now when Katumba is coming up as a presidential candidate for this year, and Museveni is now knowing that there is a generation which is coming up with a new idea, because Katumba is not older as Changulanyi. Changulanyi is older than he is, so Museveni is knowing that there is even Katumba, and when Changulanyi goes on the chair, he will also know that there is a youth who is coming up. When are you not aware that Changulanyi can come on the chair, then he also start disturbing like Muzee is doing? So when he disturbs, people will raise, the Ugandans will raise their voices and say that Katumba is a youth. Now Kyagulanyi is a Muzee. You are not ruling again in Uganda.
Let's go to Honorable Amuriat. People are like, Amuriat is almost Muzee's years. And if he's to contest or he's to get on a chair, is he going to act like Muzee? That is Museveni, the one we are talking about. Other people are like, he's old, going beyond the years of contesting for being a president.
Okay, they can say like that, but according to my own understanding, Amuriat is at the same age like Muzee, but how Amuriat acts is so different from the actions of Muzee. You saw how Amuriat challenged the policemen around by boxing, doing what? Those are signs of being partly a youth, just partially, but not fully. So, if we are counting the votes, let me say, according to my true predictions of that day, I'm very sure Amuriat is going to be number 3. Kyagulanyi is going down with the flag. The new flag bearer, national platform, Bobi Wine, is going to go through, and Museveni is going to be the number 2nd, Amuriat number 3rd. Then we have Mugisha Muntu and Tumukunde. Those 2 people, I don't know where I can position them.
Actually, we shall not go very far because we have more candidates. But
before we finish, I want to ask you, what do you think will happen in this on 15th this month after elections, and they declare that Honorable Bobi Wine Kyagulanyi has become the president of Uganda?
What I know, there will be a war, and a serious war. Remember, there is a saying of our Muzee Museveni saying that he came on a chair pouring blood, he will leave pouring blood. Still, he will not, though he will know that this man has won, but he will have that thing of saying, no, I was the person who was supposed to take this vote. So I expect things not moving on well for some few days before the country settles down.
Well, let's put that aside. I want to ask you, what do you think will happen after the declaration of President Museveni as being again the president of Uganda?
There is going to be more change of things, whereby these things are not going to change in a good way. No. We have something like tax. Tax is going to increase. Do you think we are going to buy the same things or like at the same price?
No.
He's getting his money, putting in people right now, saying for campaigns. But after there, we are going to pay that money indirectly. You're buying a kilogram of sugar at 2,800 per now. But after election, just expect to buy sugar at like 3.5 a kg. That's why I think that's how people are going to be charged indirectly, minus knowing.
Thank you so
but we are going to be paying. So I was like, before winding up, I was like, we have more candidates, but now we're on these 2 candidates that are booming like nothing. This is Kaguta Yoweri Museveni, Kyagulanyi, Sentam Robert. Those are the 2 people who are even fighting against each other. There is a very big war. They're saying there is this young guy, Bobi Wine, giving pressure to this big man, the grandfather. He's not settled. He's shivering. What do you say about that? Is this young man?
Actually, this young man called Kyagulanyi is more powerful than Muzee, because Muzee is using people, is your understanding. His roots are in only Uganda, but not across. Let me say, not outside, but the roots of Kyagulanyi have penetrated worldwide, but not countrywide.
So you're expecting Kaguta to take the vote, you're expecting Kyagulanyi to take the vote.
There's nothing I can say, but
this one.
Yeah. And do you know, people are very aware that Kyagulanyi is going through. That's why the sign is like this and is the on the ballot.
And what will you do if this one wins? What if not? What will you do if this one takes?
If this one
If
this one takes, I don't know what will happen, but it will be the reign of terror.
Reign of terror in Uganda.
So
there is nothing.
How do you conclude on that? Or what do you tell people outside there listening to us?
I'm telling people that